place to go. Grab a stab of rock with Mike and the band, metal band. Grab a stab of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Keyboard's here, it's time for a party, and Chris has got the comment started. Grab a stab of rock with Mike and the band, metal band. Grab a stab of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Grab a stab of rock. Grab a stab of rock.
Happy Friday.
Yay, happy Friday, happy March. Let's go.
Oh, you know what? We've already started with a smart-ass question for me. Why
Oh.
do you play with dolls? Thanks, Chris, old buddy, old pal. He calls my action figures dolls.
I get it. I'm okay with that, though.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Excellent.
How are you? You got a haircut.
No, I didn't. I just combed it different.
Oh, okay.
Now, your voice sounds a little different today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sick. I have a cold.
Thank you for doing this, though. I really appreciate it. You are such a team player, and we're going to power through this, and we're going to have a good time no matter what happens.
Yes.
And there is, hello, Bob. How are you tonight? We are going to start. We always start with a little something called Ask Harrison, but Harrison won't be joining us for another hour or so. So instead, we're going to ask you some questions. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so we actually have 4 questions for you and
Ooh.
1 shared.
Okay.
What do you want first? We can have 1 from Jex Russell, 2 from Harrison, and 1 from another dude.
Whatever. Surprise me. Let's go.
All right. Well, here is Jex Russell, the Jex Citer, with his question for you.
$999. 1,000. Oh, hey guys. You just caught me breaking my own personal record. What a coincidence. Check it out. Didn't even fog up my glasses. That, my friends, is skill. California girl, good to see you back on the show. I have a few questions for you, actually. Being that you're from California, I was just wondering if there's any band or artist that, to you, best identifies with the California that you know and love best. And as a bonus question, I would assume that you probably had your share of run-ins with celebrities. So if so, what was your most memorable celebrity encounter? That's it for me, guys. I hope you have an excellent episode of Grab a Stack of Rack. Take care.
A lot to unpack there with that one.
Grab a stack of rack.
Are we going to go down that road?
I mean, I just think it's in your head. I think you're hearing it. I think you want to hear it.
I do. I really do. It's too fun to let go of at this point. But I will say the jury is still out. California music, though.
Yeah. No. Okay. So first of all, Jex, thank you so much. I very much appreciate a human body that works out. So I'm all for that. Go 1,000. And as far as his questions, they're phenomenal. I love them. When it comes to music from California, we have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I have personal preferences, which might or might not be the majority. But I would say, as far as the iconic California sound, I'm going to have to go with the Doors and the Beach Boys. I am not a huge Beach Boy fan, but they really do like embody the spirit of like the California Beach Coast, which is huge. Brian Wilson, I think he's talented. He's absolutely vocals, lyrics. I love it. But Jim Morrison takes the cake on this one. I want everything to do with him, all of it. But me personally, I mean, I am a huge Doors fan, but I think I'm going to go with more, I don't know if anybody will agree, but with the Doobie Brothers, And CCR, I mean, I love the Doobie Brothers so much. I named my dog Doobie, so they're huge. Shockingly from California, actually. But CCR, can't go wrong. Doing that grapevine thing. I love it. A road I've been up and down many a time. But I think you have to salute the metal that came from California.
Okay.
And I know you're a huge Van Halen fan. So California, that's from California. I mean, and then, we have like Metallica, stuff like that. Guns N' Roses, iconic.
I actually want to ask you your opinion on one Californite. Is that how you, a Californian?
Sure.
Mr. Thomas Lee Bass, otherwise known as Tommy Lee. Do you have any opinions on Tommy Lee?
He's not my sound. He's not my type of person. So I've never been a Motley Crue fan.
Do you love that he is your enemy in the adventures of Edie Van Halen?
It works perfectly that he would be my enemy because I'm not a fan of like massive penal as well. There's a lot of penis happening. He's obsessed with it.
He is not obsessed with it.
I am not obsessed with it. So
I think Tommy, at this point, we've seen it. Okay, we've seen it. Yeah, we've all seen it.
We get it. You love it. That's awesome.
Chris Sarr, great comment here about California music.
Dr. Dre, yeah. I don't listen to much rap. So
he was a rap fan, and we go back to high school together, and he was a rap fan.
I believe, yeah, I mean, he had a huge impression on Eminem. I do like Eminem, so yay for that. I still personally, when it comes to my California music, I am 1000% a Sublime fan.
Yeah, I knew that.
Not only like are they my sound with sort of that reggae rock folky sound, but Bradley's voice is so damn sexy. Damn sexy.
There you go, everyone. There you go.
Like, oh gosh, he's just like raw, especially when he used to sing like acoustic. Like that just makes me weak. Plus, he was born in Long Beach, and so was I. So, we're like two peas in a pod before he left us.
Jex wants to know your thoughts on the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I personally was hoping that wouldn't come up, but let's hear it anyway.
No, Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're an iconic California sound. I like, they're good. I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They could be a bit boisterous on stage, and I'm not like a huge fan of that. Again, with the nakedness and the penis,
a lot of that.
Yeah. So, they're a California sound. Yeah, absolutely.
You mentioned Long Beach.
Yes.
And really funny that you should mention that, because when I was a kid, one of my first live albums that I ever bought was Iron Maiden Live After Death. And the first three sides of that album were recorded in Long Beach, California, but I didn't know that. So when Bruce Dickinson in his British accent is screaming out for Long Beach, I had no idea what he was saying. And I thought it was like I thought he was saying Long Beach. And I thought maybe Lombies is like a British slang term for my friends. And for years that was in my head. Now I know Long Beach is a place.
That's so funny. Yes, it is a place, and it's where Bradley and I were both born. So I'd like to think that he would have loved me had he met me.
And 3/4 of the greatest live album of all time recorded right there. So we have two questions from Harrison, who we'll be talking to later on live. But this first question is interesting to me. It's for both of us, but it's interesting to me because I know we've asked this question of each other already. So I know your previous answer, and I wonder if it's changed.
So
here we go.
Hello all. So yes, I'm in the car again, but this time I turned off the air conditioning and the fan that was blowing it pretty much full blast. And I'm speaking a little louder, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me all right this time. So I just had a couple questions as per usual. So I guess both of you can answer this if you like, but one's directed at Mike and one is directed at California Girl. So Mike first, if you were a transformer, what would you transform into? Simple one, but something I've wanted to know.
So I believe I told you this answer was I would turn into an owl or a bird or something that flies. And let's see if your answer is consistent.
I don't even remember what I said, but I know what I want. I would be a Jeep.
That's exactly what you answered previously. Okay. So you are consistent.
Yeah, I'd want to be a Jeep because I want to get to those places that not necessarily every vehicle can get to.
Jax is very grateful for your answer. Great answers, by the way. Great answers. Harrison's second question is shoe related for a change.
Ooh, okay.
And so for the next question, it is shoe related, even though it's not heels exactly. It's actually more to do with boots. So, California girl, who I presume is an expert on this subject, what would you say is the perfect ratio, essentially, for the size of platform to how far the boot goes up your shin, essentially? You know, what do you think is the right size for the platform bit and the right size for the bit, or whichever bit, however it looks nicest to you, do you think? But I'm curious to see what you're going to say about that. Hopefully not all platform and no, I don't know what you even call that bit that rides up the shin. I guess you can answer that as well. What's the bit that rides up the shin? What do you call that bit? In soccer, we wear shin guards, but that only covers the front. But anyway, I'll stop rambling now and let you answer your question.
Wow. Well, that bit that comes up the shin would be the shaft.
I had no idea. I just learned something today.
Yes, it would be the shaft of the boot. As far as platform versus shaft ratio, I would say the perfect platform is 2 inches.
Okay.
I love a 2-inch platform, and really anything that hits just slightly above the ankle bone, because then it gives you the support needed. That's why I love a bootie so much. I love platform booties. I wear them all the time. You are well protected in them. They're easy on, easy off. So yeah, does that answer the question?
That answers the question.
Okay.
Wow. We're on a roll here. Okay. So we only have one more. And, folks watching live, I know you have questions. So start throwing them down in the comments, please.
Yes.
So this is just from some rando internet guy. Hey there, California girl. Thought I would take a chance and ask my own question. Here's my question for the California girl. If you could sing with the voice of any singer of your choosing, who would you choose? I've had many choices in my past. I've had Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, Joe Lynn Turner from Rainbow and Deep Purple. I think I would go with Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, though. Who would be your choice if you could sing with the voice of any singer? Who would you choose?
Oh my gosh. Such a loaded question. Okay. Well, I guess I'd have to go female.
Okay.
Since I'm a female. I think I would go with Geddy Lee. She has such a gorgeous voice.
Boom, boom. Good one.
But in all actuality, I would go with a Lee. Her name is Amy Lee. Oh. I'm not sure. Okay, so from Evanescence.
Evanescence, yes.
She has the most dramatic, hauntingly beautiful sound. Like, it's just, it makes me ache. So yes, I would go with the Lee, not Geddy Lee, but Amy Lee.
You know, in Canada, when I was working at the record store, they used to call her the heavy metal Sarah McLachlan.
Oh,
and
her sound gives me chills.
Jax Russell, we don't want to go to Ian Gillan. We don't want to go there. Deep Purple is not her favorite band at all.
Great color, though.
Great color. Yes, that's why.
Wait, you're muted. Can't hear you. I don't know. Can you guys hear me still?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Uh-oh. I don't think he can hear me now. Uh-oh, what do we do? Anybody out there? Can you hear me? Mike, I can hear on your end. I can hear you, Mike.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, wait. Hello.
Hi.
What would a show be without a complete disaster?
But I could hear you.
Give me a minute here. We're switching computers.
Okay.
All right. So this was unplanned, folks. Sorry about this. I think it is time for me to take a look at my microphone, my Yeti microphone, and see what the heck is wrong with it. Okay. I am going to attempt to plug in the Yeti microphone into the laptop. One moment, please. Can I be heard?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to roll with this.
I could hear you, though, before.
I couldn't hear a thing.
That's so interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
We are back. We have things under control. Sorry about
We got
that.
this.
Happened last week, and I think it's time to look at my USB connections. Well, that was it for the questions.
But I didn't answer one of them from Jex in the beginning. He had a two-parter.
What was the other part?
The celebrity encounter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. He's an old fart. Thank you, Chris. Okay, well, yes, I know some of your celebrity encounters, but I certainly don't know all of them.
Well, you probably do. I think, well, I've had a few. So back in my day when I was going to school to do PT and sports therapy, I was massaging a lot. I mean, I still do massage, but I was strictly massaging, making money so I can go to school. And I had a lot of what I consider celebrity encounters, getting to massage people. Yeah, I on a routine basis, I used to massage Roseanne Barr. And I used to routinely massage the lead singer of Linkin Park and his wife, so Chester Bennington. And his wife. And then my number one claim to fame is Mark Wahlberg.
There you
I
go.
massaged his whole body.
Yep. And that's the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's it for all the questions that I had prepared.
Okay.
By all means, folks, drop your own questions. But we also wanted to do some show and tell and unboxings and whatnot.
Yes.
I have a large box from Australia, but I think we're going to wait till Harrison gets here. That would make sense to me.
That makes sense.
Okay. And I have a small package, and I'm not, wow, that came out wrong. I have a small package to unbox. And, oh, here we do have a question. I don't know if you want to go there or not.
Oh, she was great.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, no, there was no issues. There was an improv right around the corner from where I worked. And so when she would work the improv, she would come by and she was pleasant. There was no problems. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to unbox today, or are we just going to look at your stuff?
I don't. I mean, yeah, I really don't. It's kind of been a slow week.
Okay. That's fine.
It's you. Entertain me.
Oh, you want me to entertain you?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we, I mean, they're here for the shoes. So why don't we take a look at some shoes? Look at these.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we were talking about these earlier.
Mm-hmm.
$300 almost to get a pair of these today. $300.
I don't understand that.
I just washed them.
That's
300
right.
bucks. And if you want, you can deck them out in these croc lights.
Yay!
And they just slide right into your gibbet holes like that. And, well, I'm trying to do two things at once here, but you know, you can deck out your.
To be safe, so
You need it's for safety, correct? It's for
Yes.
safety.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to ask you a question, which is like the average pair of designer heels. What do they go for? The average pair, just average.
What are you saying when you say designer?
I don't know.
Like, what level are we talking about here?
I don't know. I would say Croc is the top of the line as far as like a casual, comfy shoe goes. So maybe top of the line.
Well, then you're talking about like Manolo Blahniks or
Okay. Because these go for 300 bucks. Like seriously, 300 bucks for foam injected molded plastic.
Yeah, that's absurd.
With a logo.
That is crazy. But Louboutins and Manolos,
Yeah.
we're talking multi-thousands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're still not in the range of a really, really high end heel, but we gotta be topping out some of the other ones at 300 bucks.
You are at the top of my lower level premier heels.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Sure. That does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a nice average heel price is around $100.
Okay.
But some of the better brands or more name higher up, you're talking a couple hundred.
I could buy 3 nice pair of heels or 1 pair of Kiss Crocs.
Yeah.
And I wanted a new pair of Kiss Crocs because the tread is starting to wear. So
check eBay.
I think I'm just gonna have to settle for regular old Crocs for my next pair because again, you don't want the tread to wear out for safety. It's all about safety.
It is safe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's a question from Chris.
Oh, what is my most expensive? I have a few pairs of Louboutins, and the average for them is about $1,500.
There you go. So I'd have to buy 5 pair of Kiss Crocs to match that.
just buy regular black Crocs and stick some stickers on them.
I stickers they just peel right off though.
Then buy the gibbets or whatever you call them.
Kiss gibbets. Maybe there's Kiss gibbets out there.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris Sars ever paid that much for a pair of shoes. But speaking of shoes, I understand that we have to pick out another pair for another event.
So I have like an interesting event. We have really close family friends. They have children and they do a lot of birthday parties. And the last time I was scolded for what I wore.
Oh my God.
She said it was not like family based. I beg to differ, but
what do families have against snakeskin? I ask. What do families have against snakeskin?
There's nothing wrong with this.
That's family friendly.
I'm like not even showing any rack.
Grab a stack. Okay, so this is the premise: is that we have to dress somewhat conservatively. Is that the premise here?
I guess so, and I always consider myself that I do, especially when it comes to family situations. I mean, you guys know I've got a family, I've got children, and I don't think that, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
So you were scolded. Okay, so
Yeah.
What was the severity of the scolding? Was it like a "don't you come back here" looking like that, or
kind of like maybe you can tone it down?
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tone it down. See, in my world, that's the same as turn down the music. So, we would often turn it down only to eventually creep it all the way back up and then maybe a little higher, right?
And that's what I keep thinking, like, do I comply? No. Or do I just be true to me and not really base my outfit on approval, but what I feel like wearing?
Well, I know I can predict exactly what your fans are going to say, and they're going to say, follow your heart. And that's, but having said that, maybe there are compromises that can be made. I don't know. Maybe. There's Bob. I knew Bob would be on your side here. Oh, sorry. I'll go back to that. Good grief.
Yeah. I was
And,
shocked because I really didn't, I wasn't like stepping outside the bounds, in my opinion. So, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know exactly what route I want to take now. Yeah, thoughts,
Okay.
Mike? Thoughts?
Well, I know you always say you have to build the outfit from the heels up.
Mhm.
That's your motto, so to
Yeah.
speak. I don't know. Do you have something that might be something of a compromise, perhaps a little less out there? I don't know. Like I feel like an attempt should be made to compromise. At least one attempt should be made to compromise.
So I would say that I'm probably thinking more of the wedge,
Okay.
because to me that is like,
That's just pure fun.
that's like church heel.
Yeah, sure. I've seen
Yeah.
that. Yep.
So yeah, what do we?
Okay.
How do we want? You want to do that?
Let's start there. Let's start with the wedges. I know your fans also are fans of the wedges too. So
So we're going into spring. Do we go bright and cheery, or do we go of the more neutrals, blacks?
well, if I recall, because you're the expert, not me, if I recall, I think you said that if you go with something neutral, then you can tend to have more options to pair it up as you start building the outfit.
Yeah.
So that's my inclination.
I
Although for a pair of wedges, you kind of want bright and spring. Maybe for the wedge, bright and springy, and then we'll look at some other options in the more neutrals. How's that?
Okay. So let me show you my favorite wedge. But I
Yes.
find them sexy. So in my opinion, they're sexy.
Okay. Well,
So,
I said we'll compromise. This is what we call a compromise.
Okay.
Sexy wedges. That's fine. We'll give her the full screen so you can see the shoe shed. I have to find my mouse. There we go.
so these are sexy. They have minimal up top,
Whew.
really cute ankle strap. They are a bit on the high side for wedges. I deem these sexy. I've deemed these actually sexier than what I believe I wore last time, which I can't quite remember, but these are a sexy wedge.
I'd keep those on the table.
Yeah.
I would keep those on the table.
It's black patent leather. It's very pretty.
I'm picturing it. I am picturing that. That's
It's like gold flaking in the cork.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Which
So
I love.
okay, I'm my wheels are churning. I'm having thoughts. So that's a
Okay.
good start. I actually am on board with that.
Okay, but I also love color.
Yep. Let's see some color. As I ferociously drink my coffee. Oh,
So these are a
Jeez.
nice wedge. They're actually not quite as high. Like maybe you can see.
wear slippers, says Chris. That might be going too far in the opposite direction.
Slippers.
That's what he says.
Here's my vision of a slipper.
There you go. There you go.
Is that slipper enough for you?
I think that counts as a slipper.
It is. You
I'm
slide
not a big
right
fan.
on in.
I'm not a big fan of the fuzzy myself, but
Ooh, I am.
I think this question comes up every show. How many pairs of
Yes.
shoes do you have? And I think the answer is roughly around 200, we guess.
Yeah, I actually, I have a lot now. Gosh, I don't know if you can tell, but I am out of space.
Ooh.
So we have them all on top of my wardrobe now.
Wow.
I'm out of space.
Oh, I hate to be a stickler for detail here, but I can't. As a fan, speaking strictly as a fan, I can't help but notice the ones on top of the wardrobe are not filed in the same fashion as all the others, where they're pointed in opposite directions.
100%, they're wrong. Everything is wrong. Drives me crazy.
Attention to detail, folks.
Yeah,
That's why I do what I do.
Oh, absolutely. You are right. That is wrong up there.
So that still needs to be refiled, essentially.
We need to move things out to move things in. It's a complicated system.
I understand, because I know I've seen that you've had stuff for sale from time to time.
Yeah.
But I have a problem similar to yours, but without that solution, which is the music can't leave. Music has to keep coming in, but it can't leave.
Oh,
Like
I have to have some leave.
Like it's like choosing which child you don't want anymore. You know, no, I can't.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day, 100%. And you know, I don't know if this has ever happened to you,
I
but
do
I've
need
definitely.
a bigger shed. You're right, Chris.
There you go. I don't know if this has ever happened to you with your shoes, but with CDs, I've definitely sold or given away things, and I've regretted doing that.
All the
Have you had
time.
shoe regret?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
I know all about Chris's obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah. Here's to all those with OCD.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, my friends. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so that was a good start, and I can't choose between the pink and the... Can I see them again?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have other options. Wait, I'm confused by this.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to give you the solo layout again so we can give a good look at these. Okay, so there we go. One is distinctly higher.
Yep, distinctly higher. And in this one, there's no gold flaking.
Okay.
They're both patent leather. These are more sturdy. These are more difficult because yeah.
So will there be like activities at the barbecues such as like lawn bowling?
The activity is not the problem. The grass is the problem.
Okay, so you need to have steadiness on the uneven surface.
Yeah, or I just don't get on the grass.
And I'm inclined to agree with Chris at this point.
Pink one so far.
And you know why? And not only do I like the pink, but by choosing the lower of the two platforms, it feels like a concession.
Right. They're not as sexy. The ankle strapping is just not as sexy. This is just, it's so thin and just, it's so much higher up. It makes it sexy. Okay. This is just much more casual, not as sexy, in my opinion.
I'm good with the pink out of those so far is in the lead, I think.
What about some nice, like, tying up around the ankle?
Those are always fun.
They are fun.
They're fun for parties.
A bit sexy.
Yet gives you the feeling like maybe you're in ancient Rome.
Wait. Let me see. Why I'm like confusing myself right now.
It sounds like there might be some filing errors here. Or filing issues.
No.
Oh, those
Weird
are neat.
Daddy always does a good job.
Yes, he does.
So look at all this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That looks a little complicated.
So what you can do is I actually prefer this all tied up nice and tight around the ankle so that it's like that.
Rather than the Spartacus look.
Yes, not the whole lacing up.
Gotcha.
But this is sexy because it's got some of that clear plastic.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay.
Which is just sexy. And so these are fun. You can still wear your ankle jewelry, which you know is important to me.
Of course.
You can see all your toe.
I gotta say, I'm not feeling the Spartacus.
Okay, no.
That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it Spartacus, but that's just me. That's just me, folks.
Oh, I get it.
I think I like something a little bit more structured. I think.
Okay.
I think. I'm a tough audience.
No, you're good. You're good. So I also have the same as the pink, but in red.
Oh, pink wins over red.
Okay.
Pink wins over red.
Okay.
110%. Spring. Pink is spring.
Yes, I feel spring.
Yeah, we really need. Oh, I think you'll get scolded for the Spartacus pair. Chris says, Chris.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
We could also go with a peep toe. Like, these are cute. The cork really makes it feel backyard barbecue-ish to me.
That almost seems higher than the other ones.
Let's see. They are, yeah, it's higher.
Wow. So is that the highest of the ones we've looked at so far? I believe they must be.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And it's got the cute little ankle. But
those are nice.
It's much more casual.
Yeah, that's almost, yeah. I'd say that's a contender for sure.
Okay. Or I can go with white.
Ooh. Why not? Dare I say, why not?
Like if I didn't want to just strictly go with the wedge.
Those are nice too. They almost seem too, what's the word? Not party enough. White.
Okay.
It just white doesn't seem like a party to me. I don't know.
Really?
And this is a party. Like, even though they're fuddy-duddies, this is a party, I take it.
It is a party. It is. And you know what? They're always dressed to the nine. So that's why I don't understand.
I raise a practical question.
Yeah.
That white pair, would the heels sink into the grass?
Oh, totally.
Okay, so disqualified.
Most heels, and even when you're talking wedges, you don't want to be on the grass. It's very unpredictable. You don't know when there's going to be a divot. It's very dangerous. It's really not ideal to walk on it at all.
But we're doing it anyway.
Well, that's why I run around with my beard daddy. He's so big, he could just scoop me up. He often carries me to chairs if we have to like walk across a lawn.
Chris thus has a good point here. I have the same problem with my wife. She's very she's tipsy on the best of days, but there have been many times where I've had to catch her.
Oh yeah.
Yep, many times where I've eaten dirt trying to catch her in time. That's the husband's job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh geez, you know, there seems to be a lot of consensus here with the wedges.
I'm missing most of the comments.
Okay, so
he says stick with the wedge
because it's a backyard, and I
Are
thought
we still thinking the pink.
I'm still favoring the pink personally. Yeah.
Okay.
I do like those black ones too, but
The black ones are hot.
I don't know what yellow ones he's referring to, but he thought you were going to grab a yellow pair.
A yellow pair. I don't have any yellow wedges.
Sorry, Chris. And Bob agrees with the other.
He's right. Hold on.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Oh, there they are. Look at that.
Duh.
There you go, Chris. There's your yellow. You know what? The pink pair, kill those pair. They just kill them.
What about these? Just mules.
I would be afraid of. To me, that looks precarious. Like you would slip and fall off of them.
Oh no.
No?
These are Chinas. These are sturdy.
Okay.
Built like bricks.
Jeez, I don't know. There's so much more diversity in this selection than the last time.
This is very barbecue.
I have to tell you though, I am favoring the pink still, but the yellows there. I just want to draw attention to one thing about them. What do you call that ropey kind of siding there that looks like you're on a pirate ship?
Shoot, I know what it is. Why can't I think of it? You're gonna have to give me some time.
Can we see it again? Can we see the piratey ropey stuff? There we go. What do you call? Maybe the audience knows. Maybe Bob knows.
No, why can't I think of it? But anyways, these were handmade for me.
No.
Yes, by Tina.
No.
Tina has handmade me heels on many occasions, and they're not huge into wedges, and they make them really for me. How exciting, huh?
Oh, Chris Thus has the answer.
What is it?
He's right, I think. Cordage.
No.
No?
Wrong.
Okay. That's what you would call it in his field of
no. There's an actual name for it.
There's an actual name. Okay.
And now it's going to drive me nuts.
I'm just going to call them pirate shoes. I'm sorry. I take things
pirate shoes.
But you know me, I have to take things down to the lowest level in order to remember all the details.
Oh my gosh, this is really going to bother me.
Come on, somebody out there.
Woo!
Where are you, Bob? Come on, Bob.
Oh my gosh.
Are you favoring the yellow ones?
Not necessarily, but they're fun.
Because I'm still saying pink is in the lead.
Okay.
I really like and I'm not even thinking in terms of like which ones they would throw a fit over. I'm thinking just in terms of what I like best, and that's the pink ones. Well, so other ones like those the mules, they might be the most conservative pair that they would freak out the least about. But have we decided if we give a crap?
Go with my cheetah.
Whoa, now that's fun.
These are also Tina, and they also made these for me.
I think they would lose their crap over that. Look at
So
that.
cute.
You would be wearing two different animals if you had those on right now.
Yeah, this does not work. This is not okay.
Is wearing two different animals sort of a faux pas? Is that something we don't do? Okay.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Okay.
That's a no.
I like
got
learning.
the
I
way.
like
I'm
learning.
freaking out.
Oh, my mom has the answer.
What is it?
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yes, that's it. Yep, they're espadrilles.
Okay.
Good job, Mama.
Bob had it on the tip of his tongue.
Good job.
He almost had it, but my mom got the answer.
Good
There
job,
you go.
Mom. Thank you.
My mom just tested negative for COVID today, so round of applause for my mom.
Yay!
She's feeling much better. Okay, so
Okay.
I don't know if we are ready to pick a winner or not, or if
Okay.
you feel there's still other alternatives. But I mean, I think my mind was made up when you showed the pink. Honestly,
Okay. I love the pink.
if it
I
were
love it.
Chris, he'd go worse just to get them mad.
You know, I thought about doing the whole spiteful thing, but they really are very good friends of ours. And Beard Daddy thinks that it has to do with me not upstaging.
Okay.
So
Every single pair you've shown me is going to upstage somebody. Oh, Bob's with the pink.
Bob, I've chosen the pink. Okay. Well, now it's like now I get to build an outfit, and that is so much fun for me. And I have got a lot of pink.
I was going to say I like pink, so I think you have a good foundation on which to build.
I think
That's
so.
cool. So this barbecue, is it going to be cold when it happens?
Typically it should be nice, but this weather that we've been having in SoCal is kind of crazy. They've declared it a state of emergency, and we've gotten more snow than anybody could possibly be prepared for. So they've started the whole excavating and trying to get people that have been buried.
Wow, are you
Homes are
kidding me?
collapsing from the pressure of snow. Everybody's snowed in up there, can't open up their doors. I mean, we are at roofline now with snow. So it's bad.
What about you where you are?
Where we are, we're fine. We are down the mountain. So we've gotten some hail, which I've showed you, and some actual snow the other day, like real wet stuff. But we are fine. We have a lot of water, which is nice because we don't usually get this kind of water. Although because we don't get this kind of water, we are not properly absorbing.
Yeah,
and
the
so
ground
it's
can't
sitting
absorb.
on top and flooding.
Right. I've been keeping you posted on our weather.
Mm-hmm.
We are expecting a storm, and
Yeah.
I am not seeing a sign of it. And we only have like an hour and 15 minutes for that storm to hit if we're going to see it live today.
We'll
But
see.
I did say that if we can, did you make a snow angel? She loves making snow angels.
I do it all the time.
Yeah. I was going to run out in the snowstorm if we have one, but
If he was going to do a snow angel, guys, so you better start doing your snow dance.
You know what? Since it is winter and since you are getting hit by weather, I am kind of curious. Like we've talked about you and in California. You lived there your entire life. You're born in Long Beach. And what is your history with snow? Like, have you ever had a really good solid snowball fight? Where you've had like a welt on your face?
When we go visit the snow.
Right. Yes.
So yeah, we don't get that at our house. So
but you've never but since you have visited the snow, I'm guessing that you haven't made a snow fort.
I've not made a snow fort. No, that would be a dream come true.
Right.
I would love to do snow blocks and build me an igloo. Like that would be awesome.
As these guys will say, we grew up, it was a rite of passage. Every kid made a snow fort at some point, or a snowman. But as Chris says, I am getting over the snow.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Like this winter came in very mild, but it is hitting us hard now.
Yeah, it came in late for you.
It did. And it's not leaving without a fight.
And now it's getting dirty, and I don't like the dirty snow.
Right. So that is from those snow plows, and they're just, scraping it off the pavement.
Yeah.
So you're getting dirt, and and it's all gray and brown and black and yeah, you don't want to make a snow fort out of that. But when we were kids, you'd have a huge pile in your front lawn from your dad shoveling, because we were too bratty kitty to shovel. So you'd get these big, nice, white, pristine snowbanks, and you'd be able to dig nice forts out of them.
Oh, I love it. I live in there.
Oh, we don't have a lot of winter fans here on the live stream today.
Yeah, I guess not.
I know that that you had sort of a different. I know that you kind of had a different attitude towards winter than I did. But can you feel? Can you feel what I'm feeling though from what I've shown you of our winter this year? Yeah.
Yes, the white knuckle driving.
Yeah, that's no fun.
I've seen so many fails because for whatever reason they find it humorous, but people just sliding on that ice. And I personally have been in a vehicle that has hit black ice, and it's terrifying because you are literally out of control and at the mercy of the ice. It's terrifying. And
the other drivers around you.
Yes, too.
That's terrifying.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, winter.
Let's go spring.
Finger. Yes, please, and thank you.
Yes.
I am hoping that when we get to spring and I am at the cottage on the front porch, I am hoping that I can hook up with you and do a live stream from the front porch.
Oh, and, I love that.
Live chipmunks and live squirrels and birds and everything else. So I'm hoping
Maybe I can be outdoor too with you.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I'm thinking that'll happen in May is what I'm hoping.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Start looking at Fridays in May. I can't wait. I am over this winter.
Yeah.
Winter footwear.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you have a lot of stylish pairs of winter footwear, but what is your typical, I'm not talking about going out to a dinner or going out to, a barbecue, but what would be your winter footwear for going out to get groceries? It's practical stuff.
Well,
just you don't have to show. I'm just saying,
you're not out here, so I wouldn't be able to.
No, I would think that they'd be in the what do they call it? The wherever you put your shoes you wear in the snow. Mud room? We just call it a mud room, I think.
We don't have a mud room. They're in my husband's closet.
Okay.
Because he has more space than I do. And I have Sorels. Are you familiar?
I believe I had a pair of those when I was a kid.
Yeah. So they're just black snow boots, Sorel. They're expensive. They're nice. They're good.
So you are familiar with the winter treads. And,
as much as I do like to wear my platform and heeled boots without gripping onto Beard Daddy's arm, it is a joke.
Right.
So
okay.
I do wear them, but yes, there's a lot of me hanging on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more practical to have something with an actual tread.
Yeah, definitely.
There was a movie in the 80s called The Canadian Conspiracy. And it had people in it like John Candy, if you're familiar with John Candy.
Of course.
I remember there was a scene where he's describing the Canadian shoe. And he's like, it's not a stylish shoe. It has a thick sole, good grip. It's a good shoe. And I just thought, yeah, that's so Canadian. That's what we wear. That's it.
Practical. It's necessary. Yeah.
Practical, except in the summer when we wear our Crocs.
Yeah, well.
And if I might advocate for Crocs for a bit, these are great for the water as well when you're in rocky, stony water.
And you don't slip and slide?
The water drains out? No, because it's got a good tread.
But your foot inside, the foot doesn't slide.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. No, not at all.
Here in America, here in California, when you have the back strap down around your ankle, they call that sport mode. Is that also what you call it?
I am not familiar with that terminology, but that makes sense to me because, if you don't have that back strap, if you have it folded to the front, you will slip out actually.
Yeah.
Yes. But see, here's the problem. And I think that doing it this way is just plain wrong because now the logo's upside down.
See, now that is how we wear them here, unless you need them for sport mode.
I would say that Paul, Gene, Eric, and Tommy would disagree with the California way.
Okay.
But they're a New York band, so that's the opposite coast But
Yeah.
no, it's got to be that way.
Yeah, you don't wear those around here unless you're in sport mode.
So are you saying that if I was a tourist in California wearing
You would
my
look
Crocs,
like a tourist.
you would know, you'd be
Yes.
like, look at that guy. He's from Canada.
That guy's from Canada for sure. He doesn't get out of the house much.
I'd love to hear you try to do a Canadian accent. I think that'd be amazing. Oh man, speaking of accents, we're about 10 minutes away from the Australian Mad Metal Man.
Yay! I've never met him. I'm so excited.
And then I get to open this gigantic box.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
Before I do that, I'm just going to open this real quick.
Please.
A couple of weeks ago, I had a very, very talented young lady on my show named Grace Shield, a harp player. It. Oh, thank you so much.
Wonderful.
I bought a second copy of her tape landings.
Awesome.
Her tape.
Her tape, her cassette tape.
Her cassette tape, her beautiful
silver.
Look
gorgeous.
at that, eh? You have a pair of heels that would match that tape.
Oh, yeah.
I know that for a fact.
For sure.
Chris is asking what time it is in Australia. I believe right now it is about to be 5 a.m.
Boy, wakey.
I bought a second copy of this, not only because, you know, she's a talented artist that deserves the support. And she threw in a package of Space Rocks pop candy.
Oh my gosh!
To go with the moon landing concept. Oh, that Grace. Oh, look at this. And she threw in a hand-drawn. Look at this. That looks like a love base on the moon. You can tell it's the moon because of the craters.
I love it. You know, I love all things love and heart.
That's wonderful. Thanks for nabbing a second cassette. Tried to give you the one with the best packaging. Thanks again for having me on the show. Your support means so much, especially to us independent musicians.
Beautiful.
So she gave me another little harp sticker.
Beautiful.
And every cassette came hand wrapped in silver foil with a little harp seal.
Oh my God.
So that's why I wanted a second copy, because there was no way to open this without, that's tin foil. So there's no way to open this without destroying her hand wrapped cassette. And I kind of wanted one as a keepsake, you know?
Yeah. That is awesome.
I think
You're a
so.
great person.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
I would.
Ah, come on, you're gonna make me blush.
Nope. Real.
Well, you know what? Since I'm such a great person, why don't we take a quick break? Because I need to refill or reheat my beverage.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick a short one here though, because I don't need a long break.
Okay.
There's a little song that T-Bone wrote a long time ago called "Happy Birthday to the Mad Metal Man." And since we'll be talking to him in just a few minutes,
I bet he's brushing his hair right now, getting ready for us.
He won't admit to that.
Of course he brushes his hair.
He'll dodge any comment about his hair. He will dodge it completely.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a quick 2-minute break because this is a shorty. Get ready for the Mad Metal Man. He'll be here in 5 minutes. And I'm going to go reheat my coffee. So we'll see you in 5.
Okay.
All right.
From a land down under comes a burning flame, like a crack of thunder when you hear his name. So contrary, borderline insane, you can't look away. This is how we say, happy birthday to the Mad Metal Man, to the Mad Metal Man. Heavy metal coursing through his veins, but he won't settle for the same old same. You try to sway him, but it's all in vain. He will never change. So this is how we say, happy birthday to the Mad Metal Man. Hey, hey, hey.
his hair was so much shorter back
I
then.
know.
That was about 2021, I believe.
Okay.
Those photos. Yeah. Yeah, it's much more. It's not quite as long as yours.
Mine's too long. I'm seriously gonna cut it.
Now,
I mean-
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Because you've said to me before that if I threw a snowball at your head, it would immediately cause your hair to go wavy and so that you're naturally more wavy.
You guys, this isn't natural. I have to work at this. Yeah, I have kind of like a lion's mane.
That's what I call Jen's hair. I call it
Yes,
a lion's mane.
It is big. I've got big hair. I have to tame it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I honestly have told Jen that she has lion hair.
That's what I have. And
Amazing.
if you were to get it wet, it would in the back, like, but not like a sexy one. It's like not good. Like, and it's no. So yeah, if you're gonna hit me with a snowball, just do it in my face, not in my hair.
You don't want to get hit with a snowball in the face. Trust me. I've had it happen too much. But so that's fascinating to me. So this takes a lot of work.
It doesn't take
And
a
it looks
lot of
great.
work. I just have to tame it.
It looks good though. It
Oh,
looks
thank you.
very good. Very good.
I do very little with my hair. I don't color it. I don't trim it. So at some point I should probably start, putting work into it. I'm not quite sure. Like, what would you think if I colored my hair? What would I go?
Oh, I wouldn't want you to, but I don't know. I wouldn't want you to. No. Can I pass on that question, please?
I get worried during the summer. This color of my skin gets not very darker. I'm already,
Sure.
I've got an olive skin tone. And then when my face gets darker, it blends into my hair color. And there's like not a lot of difference.
Right. Okay.
So I feel like I look really drab because I've got dark features, but my hair is kind of like a softer brown. It's not like dark brown. So it's like, do I want to go lighter? Do I want to go darker? Do I want to just keep it as it is? I don't know.
Chris is being a little too honest here. He looks good. Trust me, Chris looks good. He's got the same haircut that I do.
My hubby, my beard daddy, doesn't have a lick of hair on his head.
Oh.
That thing is shaved, glossed. I love it.
Okay, there you go.
It's good luck. I give it like massages. I touch it. I kiss it. All the things.
Nice. That's what I like. I love a good head rub.
Yep.
But I find myself after I shave my head, I just find myself going like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But see, you have a lot of hair. My husband doesn't have any. He's literally bit. It is just glossy skin.
That's fine. That is absolutely fine. In
so
fact,
I take my nails and I'm constantly like, and he loves it.
there you go. That would feel great.
Yeah.
That would feel amazing. But I do love the way that the hair feels different as it starts to grow back in. So.
Yeah.
But I was looking at some photos, and I was looking at them yesterday of just 3 years ago, and I had so much less gray back then, and it's really, the gray is filling in with a vengeance. And I don't like the gray.
I love the gray. Beard Daddy's got gray, and it's hot. It's real hot.
And there lies the dilemma. You say the gray is hot. I look in the mirror and I'm like, that is so opposite of hot. But
you're wrong. You're wrong. And
gray seems to be a thing though these days. It really does.
Hot. It's way hot.
Now, where is the Mad Metal Man?
Mm-hmm.
He's now officially due. I don't want to open this box without him.
No, I don't want to either. Have you heard from him?
I'll check. One moment. I have not.
So, Mike, here's the question. What do I do when I go gray?
I didn't want to ask that question.
What do I do?
You know what? I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, please.
I love. John T. Snow is with us. Hello, John. And
hello, John.
John would know everything about
gray hair rules. Here's to all the silver foxes out there.
That's right. Oh man, before I answer your question, I'm going to tell you a story about a silver fox. His actual nickname at work was the Silver Fox.
Oh, I thought you were really going to tell me about a silver fox.
No, a man. But you would have loved this man. He was a Frenchman by the name of Daniel Francoeur. And he was, let me try to say that again. I got to say it more like he did. Daniel Francoeur.
Okay.
Province is Mr. Jex Russell, who's from New Brunswick. And he was just the most debonair Frenchman. And he had just debonair silvery white hair and a little debonair mustache. And so that's why I gave him the nickname, the Silver Fox. And he was had a great French accent as well. And he worked on a brake press. And I remember we were discussing how we form this one part on the brake press. And he's like, oh, you just want to kiss it. You just want to bring it down and you just want to kiss it. You know, it's like, man, just keep talking. Just keep talking.
You know, my daddy was a Frenchman, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Born
Jex
and
Russell.
raised there.
Oh, believe it or not, we have him with us. The Mad Metal Man has arrived. Are you ready? It is time for the Mad Metal Man. How are you doing, Harrison?
Hello. Well, thanks.
He's so laid back.
I know.
He's so laid back.
I feel like I have too much energy.
No. We have to be the contrast to Harrison. We have no choice. It's good to see you, my
just
friend.
Wake up.
Thanks for waking up at 5 a.m. to do this, buddy. How's Saturday?
Dark.
Shit, that's what it's looking like here too. Well, Mr. Harrison, the Mad Metal Man, please meet my very good friend, the California Girl.
I'm so excited to meet you.
He's half asleep. I know you don't drink this stuff, but you really should. Well, I know how to crank up the energy with Harrison. I know how to do it. And it would involve this box right here.
Yay!
Are we ready?
Yes, let's go.
Harrison, is there anything you want to say before I start breaking the seal on this thing?
Ignore the typo of the address on the front.
Well, I'm not going to be showing the address on the front.
I know.
Unless you all want to send me fan mail.
Woohoo!
Now, where should I begin on this thing? Where is the actual... I don't know. I guess I'm going to start on this side.
It sort of opens like the Soundhouse tapes in that it doesn't open from the side. It opens from like the top.
Too late, buddy. Too late. I have already begun dissecting the side here, and it's coming off. That's the way it's coming off. So when did you send this to Canada from Australia?
I can't recall the exact day, but it didn't
3 or
take
4
very
weeks
long.
ago? Okay.
Yeah, about 2 or 3.
Now, I'm just going to start pulling things out one by one. The customs documents did indicate certain things that were in this box, but I don't know specifically. But, oh, yeah. And it's even the right size.
Yes, by virtue of not being the right size for me.
There
I
you
love
go.
it. Is it red?
It is red.
Nice.
It is red. Thank you, Harrison. This is getting worn tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome. Is there a story behind this, finding this, or was it you just got it and it was the wrong size?
Yeah, basically, I got it many years ago from the official Maiden store, and I sort of did a sizing conversion between Australian and UK, but I was a bit off, and I also went one size up just in case I grew significantly, but then it came and it was way too big, so I've been keeping it in my cupboard now for a while, and then this came along and I'm like, at the risk of implying something, I think this might fit Mike better.
Thank you, sir. It's my size. Wow. Didn't expect that. Okay. That'll look great with my Kiss Crocs when I'm out on my morning walk, by the way.
Totally.
Australian packaging material. Not too different from Canadian packing material, incidentally. Lots of it, too. This guy really made sure. Okay, so here's the first thing.
I just sent you a box of packing material.
Here's the first thing. So the first thing is a CD, which is now also individually wrapped. If you were an eBay seller, I'd be giving you a prime rating, Harrison. So this is Blaze Bayley, War Within Me. Do you have anything you can tell me about this album? You can tell.
It's his latest, and in my opinion, his greatest.
Now, can you tell California Girl who Blaze Bayley is? Because we've talked about this band a couple times tonight.
Yeah, the singer who briefly replaced Bruce Dickinson in Iron Maiden in 1994 through 1999.
Now let's play a game here for a moment. When I say that California girl was born in Long Beach, California. See the smile? What's the first thing you think of?
Live After Death.
There you go. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so now I have. Oh, sorry. Go
just
ahead.
be careful unwrapping that, because that's basically many CDs, like, and in the bubble wrap, and like it's like wrapped over and over and over each other. So you could, if you just like start ripping over it, CDs are going to go flying everywhere. Gotcha.
This is like space wrap. This is like moon wrap.
Yeah, that's thermal bubble wrap. I had got a chocolate order sometime, and it came in some of that, but this was like big enough and long enough to do the
This
rest
is what
of the
they
CD.
should ship your silver heels in.
I know. Gosh.
You'd look great unboxing these with the silver heels. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we're going through this layer by layer, and the first layer has, and it looks like a note.
Yeah.
Oz Volume 1, I think. Now, what is
basically
Oz?
some of these are mixed CDs, but I tried to print the inserts on like thick card, but my printer just couldn't handle it. So I'll send you the files. And maybe you'll have better luck. That is a selection of Australian music from my collection.
Thank you. I look forward to that. And not surprisingly, Oz Volume 2.
Yeah, it was meant to be a double disc, but I didn't have a double jewel case available.
And California's like, I don't have any jewel cases around the house.
We don't have any left. No CDs left in our home.
Now here's a good one. Let's get California Girl's opinion on ELO.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny because I was thinking of the traveling
Wilburys.
Yeah, today. And so I was thinking about ELO because they're a California put together ensemble, and it's got my Bob Dylan. So I was thinking about that's interesting. Yes.
Well, Jeff Lynne is the common member between those two groups.
Yes.
And I know Harrison's a huge ELO fan. So he has now given me my first ELO.
I had 2 of that album, so I passed one on to you. It's got bonus tracks. You'll like it.
This is their 1976 studio album. Mm-hmm. With bonus tracks. I love the bonus tracks. Thank you, Harrison. Okay, let's keep going. Unwrapping. We're getting close to the end. Close to the end. I'll be able to reuse all this thermal wrapping at some point. Blaze of Glory. Now, I'm guessing that means Blaze Bailey, not John Bon Jovi Blaze of Glory. So what is this? Is this a best of, or is this a live?
It's a selection of some of the songs from my Blaze with Maiden bootlegs and a sort of best of his solo career based on the tracks I have from his solo career.
Hand curated by yourself. Mm-hmm. And then, I knew this was coming because you told me you were sending it to me. This is the 20th anniversary edition of Bloodletting by Concrete Blonde. And we know this, what's the big hit here?
Many. Joey, Caroline.
Joe, of course, Joey, yes.
Couple
and this has bonus
too.
Tracks as well. What is that, 1992 that this was originally issued?
Originally issued 1990.
1990, wow.
Yeah, this is a 2010 deluxe edition.
Well, thank you,
One of my
Harrison.
favorite albums of all time, so always looking to share that.
And I know what this is, so we're saving that for the very, very last. More of this blue Australian wrapping paper. And is that a note, or is that just yes?
Yeah, that was basically in case you opened it not live. It was
this is explaining. Okay, gotcha.
This is giving the background.
Look at this. Look at that. He could have emailed it to me too. But thank you, Harrison. That's cool. I will read this later. And we have this. Wow. This is a beauty. This is not a cheap toy either.
Well, it was because it went on sale heavily during Black Friday.
So explain what this is.
That is Transformers Rodimus Prime, the robot that replaced Optimus to everyone's chagrin, except mine.
I hated Rodimus Prime.
I love Rodimus.
There you go. This is an expensive toy in Canada. This is like $150 at least.
Yes, so, if you bought it at full retail price.
which I often did because I never nail the sales. Okay, so we have comments here. Way too big for Harrison is a little snug on Mike. Ha 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 ha. Any kangaroos in there? Ha 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 ha. And what flavor? Oh, we were going to talk about that, weren't we? What flavor of tea today? Shall we address that before we go into the very last bit of the package? Guess the tea.
Sure. What is in my cup? Any guesses?
I'm going to specifically ask Bob to guess on that one.
Yeah, Bob, are you still here?
I hope Bob is still here. But there will be no prize for the correct guess, just our eternal admiration. Okay, so I've been waiting a long time for this. Maybe Harrison, maybe you should put me on the solo layout for this one. This is, gosh, when did this first become a thing that we talked about putting together? Back in October?
Something like that. I can check the exact date if you like.
At one point, California Girl asked me if Harrison could make a custom Lego figure of her. And she offered to pay for it, and Harrison refused payment, of course, because, I mean, a guy who sends a $150 Transformer halfway around the world isn't going to accept payment over a Lego figure. And so I asked her what she wanted her Lego figure to look like, and she had a few specifications: big lashes, bright red lips, big heels, and and stick straight hair. She specifically requested stick straight hair. And so Harrison put together not one, but 2 copies of what I'm going to refer to as the official California Girl Lego.
She's gorgeous.
She's wearing bright red heels, you can see. She has little platforms on her feet.
Oh my God.
And she's got the stick straight hair, which is almost like exactly the right length.
Exactly. Yeah.
And her face, she's got the makeup, she's got the lipstick. And I believe you even had an outfit that somewhat resembled this a little tiny bit.
I'm sure I've had many.
There you go. Okay, Harrison, you can take me off the solo layout.
Yes, sorry. Just busy, just there admiring my work.
I love her.
And the amazing, and I'm getting messages here on Facebook from somebody. Oh, it's Tim Derling, I think. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. There are 2 copies of her. And the reason there are 2 copies of her is because we wanted one to keep in Australia with you for the purposes of doing artwork for the adventures of Edie Van Halen and T-Bone Man. So we needed to have a backup copy in Australia for the continuing artwork. But you wanted your own Lego figure of yourself. So there were 2 made, and they're identical. And then we have a plan. We have a fun.
Stand.
Sorry, what's that?
Sorry, identical except for the stand.
The stand. Okay, and apparently you are 4 stars.
4 stars.
Yeah,
I don't know if that. I can only accept that if that is 4 out of 4 stars and not 4 out of 5.
Basically, technically, what that refers to, those 4 stars, is Germany's 4 World Cup wins at soccer.
Okay.
But it can represent anything you like.
There you go.
In fact, the shirt I'm wearing is from a time where Germany only had 2 stars. So there's only 2 stars above their logo there.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that means something to her.
Yeah. Now, the reason is because, the Lego collectible minifigure series, if you do or don't, basically blind bag minifigures.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do know what you mean.
They come with a stand. Usually it's just plain black. But one time, Lego did like a special edition German soccer team. I've got one of the figures here, actually. Let me see if I can reach around and grab it.
Bob loves your work, Harrison. Chris says it looks perfect.
Yeah. So Lego did like a German Lego team collectible minifigure series. And for that, they gave him specialized stands. Now, I got this because I wanted his head for someone else. This isn't his actual head. But I had this stand that really unique, rare stand that I didn't need. So I was like, it works really well for California Girl minifigure.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
So yes, you have a bit of a rare and exclusive piece there that you can only get in Germany.
So we have a plan, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna give this little Lego California Girl. We're gonna give her some time in Canada to have a look around and maybe get her picture taken with some large piles of snow that are towering over us.
At the top.
Right at the top. And Mike tried not to break his neck. But then we were going to send it down to California, and you're going to take her on some of your adventures and send me some photos of you and her on some adventures. And then again, back and forth, I think, is the plan.
I love it. I'm so excited about this. It'll be like our little pen pal traveling back and forth between us.
I love it.
Adventuring with us. I love it.
And at the end of the day, we'll have like a gallery of photos that we can share between us and and enjoy. Now, I had been discussing this with Harrison, and he thought you would feel a certain way about this. But this is what I'm thinking: is I want to hang on to her until we go to the cottage for the first time and have her hang out with me at the cottage. But that's still 6 to 8 weeks away. How do you feel about that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
But
all right.
In the meantime, you must take her places.
Oh, absolutely. She
wants to be out and about. Depending
on the likelihood of a snowstorm, we did have plans tomorrow to go visit your mountain.
You know what would be fun? Is if you could like leave her in a safe place and like not quite do a time lapse, but like to see how high the snow goes up on her.
I could do that actually on the back porch here.
Yeah.
I could.
That might be kind of fun. That might be.
That's actually a good idea. But again, not seeing a whole lot of activity out there.
Yeah.
Harrison, thank you so much for your generosity, my friend.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is a good idea. Jennifer thinks we need to take her to the local Timmy's, get a coffee. Maybe we'll get a tea for the Lego figure. And we have guesses. We have guesses on the tea. Okay, so I'm going to rhyme off the guesses.
Okay.
We have chamomile from my mom.
Okay.
Bob knows a little bit more about you, though.
Okay.
And he guessed green tea with mint and lemon. Okay. And Jennifer guessed Darjeeling. But I'm with Bob being closest.
So today is a little bit different. As Bob knows, as you know, I am sick.
Yeah.
So in my cup, I have Theraflu.
Theraflu. Okay, let's see the cup again. Let's see that. Is it just a plain white cup? Nothing fancy, just a plain white cup.
Well, plain white cup, and then with all my lipstick stains on it. I don't know if you can.
That's cool.
But yeah, so it is Theraflu, the lemon flavored, with honey from Tuscany that my mom brought back when she went to Italy. Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So there is a touch of your personality in your Theraflu.
And I love Theraflu. I find it delicious. So it's my favorite part of being sick is getting to have my Theraflu.
I have to admit you're sounding really, really good. And
you know, it feels so good. I was so nervous last night that we were going to have to postpone because I became quite ill at my daughter's practice. I was just out there freezing, and it went from a head cold to the stomach flu. And I was like, oh no. But I honestly, I had a great night.
Good.
Of sleep, and I feel good. I just congested.
As you know, if this was me, I'd be huddled up in a blanket going, Jen, can you get me a cup of hot cocoa?
Well, you are male, so you know.
Yeah. And I actually, it's funny enough, I was going through my Facebook memories, and I'm always sick. At some year on that day, I am always complaining about being sick. And I found one picture of me wearing mittens, a toque, and a big coat, shivering on the couch. And it's like, yep, that's me in a nutshell right there.
Well, that was me last night. I sent you the photo. You saw what I looked like last night.
I empathize so much. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Oh, me too.
I was really worried, and I'm glad you got to meet finally the Mad Metal Man.
I know. I'm so excited. I feel like I know you, but then I don't. So it's nice to be here.
I'd like to ask him the hair question again, because it's looking great as usual. It's looking great. I know. Like, can you at least tell us?
Woke up. It's uncombed.
Can you at least tell us your brand of shampoo?
I can't recall.
Oh, come on! This guy is such a stonewall when it comes to hair questions. My goodness, we were.
He's just a natural beauty.
He is. We took a mid-show break and we played the Happy Birthday to the Mad Metal Man video. And your hair's so much shorter in some of those shots. It's incredible. I think that's only 2 years worth of growth, though.
Yeah, something like that. Because I put it up, tie it back for soccer and for work. So if I cut it to a certain length, it doesn't tie up well. So I sort of have to leave it long.
Feel ya.
So in 4 years, are we going to have to do a World Cup soccer show with the two of you guys and me just sitting here going, like, I don't know what they're talking about?
Possibly.
so
The last World Cup was really, really good. It was great fun.
It's very good. And I know you watched some of it, Mike. I know you did.
So I know you're a big 49ers fan, and
I
I was watching the 49ers towards the end of the season with you, and I was saying things to you like, I like their hats. And you were coming back, and I said I liked their costumes, and you were coming back at me with the correct terminology. And so I'm useless when it comes to sports. Okay, I'm completely useless. I know we were talking about doing a sports episode, but I'm completely out of my element. It would be a train wreck from start to finish, and maybe in 4 years we'll do the World Cup with you two, but that's it.
But to be totally honest, I don't know that I would be so great on there either. I just watch sports. I don't know all the facts. You know, Beard Daddy, he knows it all. He knows all the stats. He can pull stuff from crazy long ago, and I don't do that. I just
sorry, Mom. We're probably not going to be able to do a sports show. I just don't have enough sporty friends. That's the problem. Yeah. I need to be able to team up some sporty friends. I don't have them. I'm a music fan.
That's okay.
If I recall correctly, I think Mexico, US, Canada is hosting the World Cup next time.
Mexico, US, Canada? Is that
the three of them? I think all three are hosting the World Cup.
That ain't no country I ever heard of.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we've ever had 3 countries host it. I know when Australia and New Zealand host stuff, they sort of like do it together.
Mm-hmm.
Even the local soccer league, our national soccer league, the A League, also has a New Zealand team who just fly over whenever they want to play.
Look at that. Look at that. We do have some sports people in the house. Of course, Chris Sarr refuses to appear on the show, so that's a problem. So Harrison, you asked a question before you joined us live. You asked a question about boots. And I just want to say that she loved your question. So I
was shocked by your question.
Yeah, actually I was too. I was just wondering, Harrison, if you wanted to see a pair of shoes, or if you even give a crap about shoes.
Oh, if I had my soccer boots within reach, I could show them off.
See, I showed off my Kiss Crocs. I came
Looks correct.
I haven't even showed mine today.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's see yours.
They match my skirt perfectly. I don't know. I can never see if you guys can see.
Oh yes, those are nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
those
so
are
it
great.
matches like the skirt perfectly.
It does. Those are nice.
Thanks.
What do you call those things?
They're called T-straps.
T-straps. Okay. See, I like learning. Okay, we're going to do another close-up. Hang on. I'm slow on the button here. There we go. So that, folks, is what you call a T-strap. So named because it forms a T shape.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm such a good host. I can improvise like that.
That's right.
It's a sort of cutting commentary you won't get on other host shows.
Show them your picks from earlier. So that's the pink pair. I had to pick another pair of shoes for a barbecue this time.
Oh, you want me to show the heel? Or
the... Yeah. Chris wants Harrison to see the pair that I picked for
pink.
The barbecue.
It'll match the color of the rare meat.
There you go. So that's what I picked. Picked because it's supposed to be a fun backyard barbecue. And I thought
was scolded last time.
Right. She was scolded last time for dressing a little bit too risque.
They said I was inappropriately dressed, and I disagree, but...
And everybody was on your side that's been on the show today. Everybody. Unanimous. And there you go. I think those are great. I really like them.
Me too.
So you'll be able to...
I'm so ready for wedges. I'm so ready. Bring on spring. Bring on summer. I cannot wait.
So let me ask, and I'll ask both of you, because you have completely different climates from mine. You know, for me, I remember spring kind of starting to show up towards the end of March as a kid. Things would start to melt, and we would usually play like our first game of street hockey. around late March. And there's still snow. You're still dressed in your warm coats and your toques, but that was when I used to consider spring to have begun, late March. What is it for you guys? I know, Harrison, you're on the upside of the world, so your answer is going to be completely different, but I'm just curious. So let's start with California Girl.
All right.
Well, yeah. So we are very mild here. Our weather shifts are not much. We are in for a long winter, but I would say for me, spring really starts to happen right now. By mid-March, we should be in full spring mode. April will bring in a new light storm when it comes with rain and stuff like that. But
April showers,
they bring May flowers. But yeah, we should be heading into the zone now. Typically, we would probably already be there, but these winter storms have thrown us for a loop. So
yes, and
we actually have weather right now. It's crazy.
Yeah. So we've heard and discussed earlier.
Yeah.
So when you say mid-March, spring has sprung, what are you wearing in March? Are you already down to shorts and whatnot?
I'm not a huge shorts person.
Short skirt, maybe.
Yeah, I wear skirts year round, obviously.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to go more into the floral dresses and more jean skirts and wedges. That's definitely my style, my vibe.
Awesome.
And then I'll lose the long sleeve and we'll start doing.
Gosh, I can't wait to lose the long sleeve out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so Harrison, when's spring for you? When does it begin for you?
Well, I'm one of these, what do you call them, boring people that say spring starts on the 1st of September because that's the first day after winter.
And in Australia, do you really have those kinds of seasons like we experience here?
Mm-hmm.
Or in your part of Australia?
In Australia, spring, the first half of spring is basically the tail end of winter petering out, and then the second half is just summer ramping up.
And your winter is very mild.
Yeah. It's almost a Canadian summer, just with rain, I'd say.
I cannot wait for Canadian summer, my friend.
Sorry, I know I'm not speaking the most excitedly, but one,
you have to be starting to drink this stuff, my friend.
One, I have just woken up, and two, I am trying not to wake everyone else up, so I'm speaking a little quieter.
So if 5 a.m. is early for you, what is a typical wake up time?
There was a time when I'd wake up at 6 a.m. fairly regularly, but for me now, I wake up at about 6:45, leave for work at about 7:50, take the scenic coast route rather than go through the freeway on the traffic, and then get to work about 7:45.
Okay. So I was going to say 5 a.m. is a pretty decent normal time here to get up.
I
haven't had a regular 5 a.m. wake up for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
I get up at 5 a.m. It's a curse, though. My mother brought up a good point, which is our summers are actually hotter than most people think. And and if you're stuck at the cottage on one of those days where the air isn't moving at all, it can get really unpleasant. There's no air conditioning up there, and the air you just bake. And really all you can do is go have a swim. And that's just temporary. Yeah. And that's just temporary relief because eventually you have to go to sleep.
Well, at the height of Australian summer, it gets to 42 degrees Celsius.
That's hot.
What is that Fahrenheit?
I'm not sure. I'm going to look it up.
110, possibly.
Ooh, that's too hot.
Yeah, maybe not that hot. Somewhere around there.
I remember one
107.
time. 107.
Yeah.
We were walking so we go to Vegas a lot. Vegas is like the next town over from California.
Is it
like
really?
No, it's like a suburb of California because we are there all the time.
Okay.
It's a 4-hour drive, but it's like right there. And so we were walking down the strip and I was wearing wedges and they were literally melting off my feet.
Wow.
Like the heat from the Vegas sun was eating the glue on my heels or my wedges, and they were literally stripping off my feet.
Wow.
I know. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's wild. It gets hot there.
I have a question for you. and this might not be funny at all, but I'm going to ask it anyway. When you go to Vegas, do you guys like do the whole Vegas, baby, Vegas? Do you guys do that? No.
Do you know me at all?
I would do it. I couldn't resist doing it. I'd have to do it.
No, I have, obviously. I'm a lot older now, and we're not always there without children. So mostly we're there now to enjoy the pools and the resorts with the kids, to be honest.
Now, see, I would do the whole swingers thing and, lose all my money at the poker table.
Beard Daddy used to do that. He does his little boy trips, and that's fine. But when it's the two of us, that's not how we're spending our time.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
I don't know where Pismo Beach is, but Chris wants to know if you've been there.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
Is there a corner of California you haven't explored?
No, I've touched it all.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
I love me some California.
You are truly the California girl.
I am. I 100% am.
You have earned that name, yeah. Harrison, one of the best questions that we got the start of the show was from Jex, and he asked her to choose music from that she identified with the California that she knows and loves. Great discussion there. I can't wait for you to see that. Oh, yeah, and Chris has friends.
Looking forward to looking back over the show, the first hour that I missed.
It was some crazy stuff, man. This guy named Harrison was asking questions.
Wild.
Oh no.
Do you have any questions? Do you have any?
Not beyond the two that I've already asked. I did see when the camera moved at California Girls that there was sort of like a stack of boots. Do you have any silver boots?
No.
You need some silver Ace Frehley boots.
I don't. I think I have some on my wish list.
I think in the very first Edie Van Halen story that I wrote that hasn't been published because we're still feeling out the character. I believe you were wearing silver Ace Frehley platform boots in that story.
No silver boots.
Well, that was a quick question.
But we did have the silver heels that you showed off.
Yes, I have a few different pairs of silver heels. So.
I call those the Ace Frehley heels because why not?
And I have the silver lipstick to match. You gotta bring it all.
That's true.
Together.
Yeah, you do. That's crazy. You could do the full kiss. I still want you to do a full kiss makeup thing, but I don't know.
I'm not into their boots. They're hideous.
Well, you don't necessarily have to have their
I have
boots.
to have
Just
my
a serious.
version.
All right, I'm getting an idea of what
your
the
version.
answer
But what
my
I'm saying
question
is, sorry, what's that?
I'm just getting an idea now of what the answer to my question is about the ratio of platform to shoot.
You're gonna love the answer. You're gonna love it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love a platform. I just don't like the whole big military boot style. They're so chunky. They're not feminine at all. I like pretty, and if I don't deem it pretty, I don't want it.
Okay, hang on, Jen. What was that? Were you trying to show me something? Jen?
Yeah, my silver boots.
Oh, okay.
Does Jen have silver boots? Let's see.
Apparently she does. Okay, yes, I know.
Show him.
Okay, now these are Canadian snow boots, so we're going to start from the sole up. You're going to have to get your phone away. I'm getting...
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is a Canadian silver boot right there.
With the Mitsubishi logo on the bottom too, by the look of it.
My boots.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a Mitsubishi. I wouldn't.
The company's called Spring.
Spring is the name of the manufacturer.
Spring.
Okay,
That's
so there we go. Some
winter.
silver. No, what was I going? Okay, sorry, my train of thought. I think, and this is just a personal opinion. It's just a personal opinion. December 1st is still a long way away, but as you know, something very significant is happening on December 1st and 2nd. Kiss are playing their very last shows, and they're going to be at Madison Square Gardens in New York. And I think, in commemoration of Kiss's last shows, you need to do Kiss makeup in December. That's just one guy's opinion. What's that?
Who, Harrison?
No. with a good pair of platforms and do a rockin' photo. Kiss makeup. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you. Bob, are you with me on this? Tell me,
yeah, Bob, what do you think, Bob?
That's what I think. I don't. There was a long time ago, Alanis Morissette did either the cover of Rolling Stone or Spin magazine in Kiss makeup, and I thought she looked freaking amazing. Girls look amazing dressed in Kiss makeup, except girls that dress as Jean. Girls that dress as Jean just look creepy as hell.
You know, I'd have to do a version of my own. You know, we talked about this before, and I'd have to go with my symbol
Raccoon.
being the heart.
Oh, I
So-
thought. Oh, that's right. You did. You sent a picture of that. Yeah, I thought the raccoon also.
But I could do whiskers too. We could do heart and whiskers.
Bob is not with me on this one.
Bob, I'm with you.
Damn
My
it.
man.
Damn it. All right. So I guess we're not getting a special kiss photo.
You're just not sexy.
I beg to differ, but hey, that's just me. I am often not the majority opinion on
That
these
is
issues.
true. That is true.
Damn
You're
it.
always on the losing side of my polls.
Could you say you were a contrarian?
Here we go. I am. When it comes to these fashion-related issues, I am a contrarian. Always. Every single freaking time. But people did like the pink heels that I picked. So maybe I'm doing okay today.
You're all right. You're all right.
I'm all
Maybe
right.
One day I can do it.
What's
I
that,
just-
sorry?
Maybe one day I can do it, but I'd have to do it in my way.
Yes, of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
because I couldn't possibly own a pair of boots like that. I just couldn't.
I don't blame you. I'm just
I need
saying
a
something
heel.
with a platform because it has to convey
Platform.
that height, you know?
Platform, fine, but they need a heel. I have to have a heel.
Oh, of course. Of course. I would never suggest that you wear Gene Simmons demon boots or anything like that. That would look absolutely ridiculous. We know what looks good and we know what doesn't. So yeah, no, stick to your own style. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm beating a dead horse here. What else? I mean, we have a little bit of time left. Do you have any questions for Harrison about Australia or anything like that?
Oh gosh, I want to get there someday, like so bad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Where should I go? So I go to Australia for the first time. Where am I going?
It's a good question.
I'm probably not the right person to answer that because I've only been to very few places around here. I live on the west coast, which is there.
Okay.
And people will usually say that anything worth going is along this east coast. I think that up there is the Gold Coast, which has a lot of theme parks and that sort of stuff. And then down here you have like Sydney and Melbourne, which are sort of the as far as the cities go, the two biggest.
No city. Let's just see Earth. I want
Hobart.
beautiful Earth.
Tasmania is said to be really beautiful.
Hmm.
Actually, I haven't been there, but my mother has. She really liked it there.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I want to see nature.
Yep, lots of
Yeah.
nature there.
Yeah.
You can also hire Ferraris there.
Okay. That sounds all right.
Ooh, I want to do a walkabout.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Like
I would want to do
that.
that too. Me too.
Yeah.
I would join you on that.
And I want to meet Quigley down under.
Wow, there's a deep cut. That
Ooh,
would be
Tom
that,
Selleck. Yes.
to bring it back to Kiss. That would be Tom Selleck, star of the movie Runaway, co-starring Gene Simmons as the villain.
Mm.
What is the
Quigley
population
Down
of
Under.
Australia?
Well, I think the last time I heard, which would have been many years ago, I think it was 24 million. I know where I live's got 2 million, I think, there.
West
Last I
Coast,
checked,
West
it could be
Coast.
up to like 2.5, 3 now. It's been a while since I've actually checked. Not
Well, let's-
many is the answer.
Let's flip the tables a second here. Where would we go if we were going to visit California? Let's say we could only go to one location. We only had time for one location in California.
We'd have to go to the beach.
The beach, okay.
Yeah.
Long
So-
Beach?
No, we would not
Short
go
beach.
to Long Beach.
No?
No.
Why is that funny?
No.
But
it's
why is
not-
that funny?
That is not. No.
But why is it
That's
funny?
It's very industrial there. Like
It's not a beach?
it is, but that's not. No, we're not going to go to Long
Man, all this time I've been picturing this gorgeous, flat, sandy beach. I guess
Not
I
at
was
Long
wrong.
Beach.
Damn it.
No, we could pick another LA beach if you want, but LA beaches are not my favorite.
Okay.
I
Something
would
quiet.
Well, we can go down to La Jolla.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. It's just absolutely beautiful. Or we can go north. We can go Pismo, Santa Barbara, very cliffy. If you start going north, it changes the beach vibe. You'll get to see, but every summer I spend a week at our beach house up in, I can't tell you, but the Central Coast, and it is probably the most beautiful place on earth, up in Big Sur. I mean,
Okay.
unbelievable. It's there. There's nowhere like it. It's unbelievable. So beautiful.
So you're making everyone here jealous, I think.
Oh my gosh, you should be jealous. California's the best.
Oh man, make me want to go. Plus all the concerts. I see that Kiss have an LA date on their final leg of their tour.
Always.
And Kiss are
Yeah.
coming to Toronto too. About I think it's their 7th last gig is Toronto. So I'm considering it. I'm kind of considering it.
So what's the last show either of you guys have been to? Is that we call them shows here? So concert.
Yeah, us too. But I like
Okay.
gig. I like gig.
Okay. So what's who's the last band or?
I don't know if I want to. Do I want to go there? Harrison, do you have a good answer?
Well, I haven't been to any official large concerts, as I was going to see Maiden on the 4th of May 2020, but we all know what happened there.
Yeah.
But I was at my sister's award assembly at the school, and there was one of the students playing piano with background music. Do you count that?
Yeah, sure. I have a similar answer. I haven't been to a show since January 2020, which was my sister's album release party. But I have had tickets to go see shows that I ended up crapping out on because I have, might as well just say it. I have intense phobia of crowds.
Yeah.
And I had tickets to go see Coney Hatch here in about a year ago. And it would have been awesome because I would have had the chance to meet Andy Curran and Sean Kelly face to face, but I crapped out because I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I don't know if I'll ever go see. In fact, I don't know if I'll ever go see a concert again.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I kind of want to, but on the other hand, like as I get older, it gets harder and harder for me to even care. So that's an honest answer. Sorry for the mood dampener there.
I mean, when Beer Daddy and I were younger, we used to go to shows all the time. Like it was the thing to do. And back in high school, I traveled around California following the band live. Like I was a total groupie. And now we just don't really go that often. Some of the last ones I've been to was Rise Against and Live in the Counting Crows. But ZZ Top, those are some of our most recent, but even that, I mean, the last one was probably over a year ago, and that was Live and Counting Crows. But we used to go a lot. Like that's how we met. We met over a jukebox. Like that's just.
That's perfect. It's like you couldn't write that story any better than it is.
Yeah.
We used to go to concerts too, but it stopped being fun. Just I got older, it stopped being fun. I'm a party pooper.
Yeah, I used to be big into that. Like I saw Rage and Prodigy together at the Fillmore West, and it was an incredible show. I mean, I used to sit in the center of those mosh pits, black eyes, elbows, sweaty pits in my face because I'm so short.
I can't even imagine.
You go in with your hair hella looking good and you come out dripping wet, just sweating, just nasty. And that was the best. Oh my gosh, so many good times.
Can't even imagine.
I couldn't do it now. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would be undignified.
Oh my God. I used to love it though. I used to like to be punched.
No,
forget
it.
Gosh,
forget
yes.
it. I want to go in and come out in the exact same condition. I don't want to.
No.
Not into it.
I'd be there just sitting back in my seat, relaxing, and not doing anything. The person, are you even enjoying this?
Well, see, that's the thing. For me to enjoy it, I want to be studying the playing and listening intently, and I want to be getting a really good look at the guitar player when he hits the pedal. When he goes into his solo, so I can't be jostled around to see all that stuff.
I loved it. I wanted to feel it, and you felt it in there.
Oh, I bet. The only experience I had even remotely like that is when I went to go see Black Sabbath at a place that no longer exists called Lulu's, and it was an open floor, and Motorhead were opening. So, I mean, that was already intense, and I got to the very front of the stage, and I was having a blast. And then this woman comes up behind me and she starts grinding me from behind. And I was like, get me out of here. But I stuck through it until the stage diving began. And I remember the lead singer, Tony Martin, was pushing people off the stage because he's like, get the fuck off of my stage. You know, it's like, I'm putting on a show here. This is Black Sabbath. This isn't, you know, Rage Against the Machine. But, you know, as soon as the stage diving began, I was like, I am getting the out of here. And I went to the back of the floor and I stayed there till the end of the show. And yeah, I didn't want anybody landing on my head. I valued my head far too much that night.
Oh, you know, I was just reminded, Beard Daddy just texted me. He says I'm wrong. Our latest shows that we went to was, first of all, Bad Company and Leonard Skinner.
Ooh.
Bad Company freaking rocked it. But no, I saw Bush and She Wants Revenge.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was probably the last show. And oh boy, Gavin.
Yes.
A rock god.
He is.
Oh, he was out. Oh my gosh, with the shirt off, and oh geez, it was such a great show. I can't believe I forgot that. Thanks, Beard Daddy. I appreciate you correcting me there.
There we go.
Oh gosh, and you know, Beard Daddy won those tickets on a radio station. Like Beard Daddy's a winner. He wins things, and yeah, so it was like a total last minute thing. We never do stuff on school nights. But yeah, that was a great show in Hollywood, actually.
I used to win tickets all the time. I won tickets to see Kiss. I won tickets to see Mother Earth. Like,
I think you either have that winning or you don't, because I don't have that ability, but Beard Daddy does, and apparently so do you. So
apparently,
yeah.
I've since retired from the ticket winning business because I just don't go to concerts anymore. But that is, I used to win them all the time. I had a question on the tip of my tongue, and now I've lost it.
Hate that.
We hadn't had a lot of audience questions tonight. I'm surprised. Bob,
you have or haven't?
We haven't. Yeah, Bob, do you have any? We got like 10 minutes, Bob. Do you have any more questions? Let us know. Maybe I'll take a moment to plug my Ko-Fi account if I can find the address.
You know, Bob has a cute little saying that he says. It's KISS, and so it makes me think of you. Because it's KISS.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes. That's what I just thought that was so funny. Yeah.
Here, I'll put it up on the screen here. Why? Because I need to keep it simple? Because I'm stupid? Is that why?
Why? Absolutely not.
Okay, so folks, I'm just going to take a moment here to plug my stuff. Everything I do is free. I have never charged for any story, any article, any video. If you would like to buy me a coffee, hit me up at that address below on your screen. I'd really appreciate it. StreamYard is not free. WordPress is not free. I pay for all of this stuff so that I can have some fun with my friends and hopefully entertain a few of you while we're at it. So if you feel like throwing me a coffee, I would really appreciate it. I drink a large regular. And yeah, I guess we'll just start wrapping up here. If Bob has no more questions and Harrison has no more questions, we'll give the floor to you for the end here. Is there anything you want to say? I could start off by saying I know that you're fully in now to the St. Paddy's Day celebrations.
Yes, go green. So we have a lot of green happening. I love pink and red, but I'm ready to move on.
Yes, because you just finished that with February or Love-uary.
Love-uary. And yeah, so now we're heading in for our lucky streak. And yeah, go green, which is nice because we got a lot of weeds out there right now. We got a lot of rain, a lot of weeds came in. So a lot of patches of clover in our backyard to shoot in.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. We just have patches of snow and ice. That's it.
No,
and
we got a lot of weeds.
That storm has not rolled in.
You know, we bought our house exactly a year ago. Actually, on our anniversary was the day we bought our house a year ago.
Wow.
And it has a beautiful backyard, which I know everybody has seen, but it's a lot of upkeep.
I was gonna ask.
And I don't have a gardener other than, you know, Beard Daddy and me out there on the weekends. So it's a lot.
Yeah, I bet. And you do keep a nice yard.
Yeah, well, you know, it's that OCD. Can't not.
Actually, I did have a question about the backyard, but now I can't remember what it is.
All the spies that look over the fence. peeping at me.
Well, I'm sure that they're curious what's going on there with the
They
superstar.
They are, and they're very obvious about it.
Are you serious? They don't even try?
We even found that one of them placed a camera, and I'm pretty sure that it's facing into our yard. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like,
What?
At least, I know.
That's
So I'm like,
that's
yeah,
ew.
I know.
Oh, how do you deal with that?
What do? You can't really do anything.
Can't really do anything. I guess if they want
Target practice with a paintball, actually.
Yeah.
I guess if they train the squirrels to attack the cameras.
I think we're just gonna, on our side, build up our fence, which I don't really want to do, but because I care deeply about aesthetics. But I think that's our option. So
Maybe a few well-placed umbrellas might give you a little bit more privacy. But that's unfortunate. I guess if they want to see what you're wearing, they certainly know what you're wearing.
I'm not wearing, whatever.
Whatever. Well, I suppose back in my day, people used to sneak into concerts and try to get that kind of stuff, going on for free. So I guess today they peek over the fence of the California
What are you gonna
girl.
do? What are you gonna do?
Try to see what kind of heels she's trying on today.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for you. But that's a problem. I have the exact same problem. I mean, I get people all the time when I'm on my porch here rocking and rolling. They're always trying to see what I'm wearing. So
Crocs.
Crocs. But what Crocs is he wearing today? Does he have pants on today? Is
right.
the real question.
Right. Because and I don't mind. There's even a song about it. Maybe I'll even play that song at the end of the show tonight. There's even a song called Fuck Pants, which is about my attitude towards pants. Fuck them.
Mike wearing pants today?
I'm sorry?
Is Mike wearing pants today?
Yeah, I am. There we go. My Guns N' Roses pants.
Guns N' Roses.
I always wear pants on camera because, as Harrison knows, we did have a slight accident back. Thank God it was only back when I was doing Facebook Live and nobody was watching. But we did have a case of my bum showing up on the camera.
Mooning incident.
The mooning incident, as Harrison calls it. Yes. So I know if anybody wants to see a bum today, it's not mine. I can absolutely guarantee that. So, yeah.
Well, different show for my bum. We won't be showing it either.
So. No.
Yeah.
Let's just go bum free today on the old YouTube. Well, we don't have much time left. What do you have going on besides St. Patty's Day? I know you're running and you've got something going on there.
I didn't run today though, so I'm feeling like, I don't know, feel guilty.
Yeah, but you're sick. You're allowed to take a sick day. He's talking about my bum here, by the way, not yours. You're allowed to take a sick day.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot going on. Heading into spring, our schedule is jammed with kids' sports. So we have photo shoots and stuff set up, but not a whole lot of craziness going on in that realm right now. And we'll just kind of see. A lot of running on my part, but we're getting close and getting closer. We're almost a month out from the huge relay, so we'll see.
And remind me again how many miles you have to run on that.
So my personal mileage is just shy of a marathon. So it'll probably be close to 24 in total. So I have 3 legs of it, which they build. So the first one is like 5, the second is 8, and then I have 12. So it will be a lot of mileage in 2 days, but all in preparation for getting me to that marathon goal anyway, which I haven't been at in a number of years for other reasons. So it'll be good to be back. Yeah.
So roughly a month away.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
It's the 14th and 15th. So we're over a month, but it comes down to it quickly. So
yeah. I bet you feel the crunch at the end there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those distances are really impressive. I'm a soccer player and I'm still like, I wouldn't want to do that.
Well,
it's a lot.
You've seen her running videos. She's sitting there running and saying, "Hey, grab a stack of rack," and not even breathless. Like how?
Oh, I'm breathless. Believe me. You know,
Doesn't
there's a
seem
lot
like
of
it.
me. I don't have that runner build. You know, I'm not lean at all. I've got all the curves in all the places. I'm just, it's tough for me. It's not, I mean, not that it's not tough for other people, but it's a lot and takes a lot out on your body. So I'm always deeply impressed by myself, to be totally honest, because 4 knee replacement surgeries, a slew of other things, big curves, and I'm still at it. So
I always hope people take it as a compliment when I say they make it look easy, because you make it look really easy.
I don't have speed, and I don't care about speed at all. What I have is consistency and an overwhelming, powerful mind. I will not fail myself. I set goals and I will achieve, and I will die before walking during a race. I will not do that. Can't happen. Not that I have any judgment if you choose to walk during a race. I cannot.
Fair enough. And yes, Chris, that is exactly what she
Yes.
said, and that is a
4
story.
knee replacements.
That is a story and a half, my friend.
The same knee or across 2?
Same knee.
Same knee.
Wow.
Yeah. First one was in 6th grade.
There you go. That's it right there. That's a soldier. That's a trooper. That is a warrior. And I am always so happy and proud to have you as my co-host. And thanks for coming on today on your Friday. And it means a lot to me because I know you are busy. Like you do not mess around. You are not the couch potato that I have become in my age. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing this. And I hope we can do it again, perhaps next month. And definitely, I definitely need to get you on here in May when we're at the cottage. That is an absolute must.
Hands down.
And if we can get Harrison on board with us, that's even better. Harrison, thank you so much for getting up at 5 in the morning.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, 5 a.m. Oh, yeah. Well, it's manageable. And then you guys are like, oh, yeah, I wake up at 5 a.m. all day, all the time. Yeah.
Well, I'll be up at 5.
Mileage in.
Yeah. Man, mileage, 12 miles. Oh, my God. You are. Yeah, again, I'll say it. This lady right here, she is an absolute killer. And Bob
she
really
probably has more on the odometer than some cars.
She probably does. She probably
I'm sorry, what
does.
was that?
He says, well done, guys. I really enjoyed that. And thank you, Bob. I always enjoy your support, too. You're a good man. You're a good man, Bob Wood.
Yes,
and I guess, as always, we like to go out on a song. And I have mentioned Fuck Pants. So we're going to play. It's not the greatest song that T-Bone's ever written. I'll admit that. But it is a true story. I am not often wearing pants. And during the pandemic, as you know, a lot of people they just stopped wearing pants. And that's what this song is about. So again, I'll say thank you, California Girl, for coming out on this Friday. Thank you, Harrison. And you guys are 2 people that I'm proud to call my friends.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. This is by Mr. T-Bone Erickson. Fuck Pants. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.
See you.
But decide you don't wear slacks anymore, and you question why you ever wore them before. It's good to spend some time alone, get your moral values down in stone, and stop the spinning wheel. Don't have to take that. How you think they feel wearing your hat? Get up on your feet and take a stance. It's time to tell the world fuck the past. It's a taboo game, a forbidden dance. You turn away while sneaking a glance. Don't need Purell or an N95 to let